So remember, all of our squares, we can Google that. Now, what you want to do is you want to go to Google, right? And you want to Google, and I'm going to show you what I'm doing right here for you. So I can show you how I can show you your demons, right? So I put in Sun quincunx Jupiter, right? And what does it mean when Sun quincunxes Jupiter? When the Sun is in conjunction with Jupiter, what does that mean, right? And I'm going to read this for you so you can hear this, and you tell me how accurate this is, right? It says, there are distinct times in your life when you tend to go overboard in certain areas of your life, such as food or drink, jumping into new businesses, or personal ventures without enough forethought, and so forth. When reality hits, you feel guilty for your excesses. You may frequently dream big dreams or devise big plans, only to leave them hanging when you realize they are not attainable, or that you don't have the energy or the resources to work toward them. Recognizing these tendencies is the first step toward resolving them, right? Here's another interpretation of it. Before you know it, you can get in over your head. The influence of your Sun in quincunx aspect to Jupiter stimulates a powerful restlessness and a desire to push beyond your limits. The problem is seeing the limits in the first place. For you, they need to be made out of rubber in order to stretch as frequently as you would like. So what we're picking up here is that you can get ahead of yourself. You know what I'm saying? And this can be a demon for you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Is that true? Is that accurate?
I get an idea, and I want to do it then and there, but
right.
Instead of like, I'm not ready to do it.
Right. And so guess what? Now we know your demon. You can't lose, right? You see how if you know it, it becomes your strength, because now you're like, okay, I know that's one of my demons, right? So anytime you start to get overconfident in some shit, you can cast that demon out. Or you can put yourself in an environment around people that won't allow you to do that. You can condition yourself. You can counteract that demon. You see what I'm saying?
It's because I have a lot of air in my chart, I think, or something.
Right. You see what I'm saying? So this is how we point out our demons. And once you have pointed out your demons, and now you could be like, shit, I know what's going on, exactly what's wrong with me. I know my demons. So guess what? Because you have this demon, it will always show its face in your life through people, places, and things. It will, you know what I'm saying? So now you're going to be like, oh, I see what's going on. I'm going in over my head here. You know what I'm saying? And you're not going to allow it to get you. You see what I'm saying? All right, let's go to another one. What else you got? What else we got? What's the next one? Moon, what?
Quincunx Pluto.
Okay, that's a deep one. And quincunx is Pluto?
It's not bad.
Wow. Moon is quincunx and Pluto. Now this is gonna be a powerful one, because Moon represents your emotions, Pluto represents transformation. So you're gonna get transformed through your emotions, through relationships. Shit is gonna make you transform into what you truly are. I can automatically tell you that quincunx is a rough, like it's gonna give you hard lessons, right? And
I'm
so
not surprised,
Moon represents so Moon represents your emotions, your mother, your anything that you're emotionally attached to, your family, friends, and relationships. And then Pluto represents you transitioning through that. So people in your life or relationships in your life, this is my own reading from that. They're going to give you their own reading. I'm going to give you my own reading, my personal. Basically, your relationships or anything that you're emotionally attached to is going to help you transition, but it's going to be hard. It's going to be painful. You see what I'm saying?
No, I felt it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I get as a reading. Now I'm going to pull this up, right?
Yeah.
It says, the provocateur. This is what it's saying. Okay, this is what it's saying. This is what's popping up. I don't know what they about to say. But whoa, like what does that mean? Okay. So it says, when quincunx, when your moon is quincunx in Pluto, it's penetrating, provocative, and plunges headlong into the dark sea of lunar emotions without fear. They want nothing less than dramatic and intense sexual relationships that profoundly transform their soul. The closer they brush with death and trauma, the more alive they feel. So use a daredevil. It says moon conjunct Pluto may get obsessively involved with a project or a person. That's not, you have a quincunx. But then suddenly swoop off says, it's not that the moon conjunct Pluto. Oh, let's talk about. Okay, here it is. It's right here. Moon quincunx Pluto is the intense Hades moon with a twist. The quincunx effects can be variable and more obvious as part of a yod. So bear this in mind when you read your interpretation. When the quincunx is placed strongly, then the native may have lost a sibling or a parent at an early age. Did you lose a sibling or a parent at an early age?
No.
Okay, so it must not be in the yard, which meant they had to grow up quickly and accept death as a natural part of life. Otherwise, something about their childhood left them in a dark and alone place, so that they would need to find some pastime or quest to fill the platonic black hole. So was you left alone as a child or something? Or did you feel like otherwise something in the childhood left them in a dark place?
I've been looking into crystal children today, and I believe that I'm one of them, but I'm very sensitive, so I probably did feel a bit that my emotional needs was
not met. Yeah. So you were, even though you might have had everything there, your emotional needs wasn't met, and so you felt you was in a dark and alone place. It says the romantic lives can be eccentric and taboo in some way. If the moon is in the 7th or the 5th house, you know what house your moon is in?
8th.
It's in the 8th house?
House in Cancer.
Ooh, wow. Moon is in the 8th house. Oh, that's deep. They may
my sun
have...
and my moon.
Okay. Wow, okay. Let's read another one because a lot of these, I like to read a couple of them. These websites just give you interpretations of it, and some of them are super duper accurate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, when I was first listening or reading, I was shocked.
All right, so here's one. Here's an interpretation. It says the perception of others and of life circumstances alter as you get older. As others misunderstand your intentions and you misjudge others' motives, natural corrections occur for you. It is through concentrating on the core values of communication and relationships that you make major adjustments between your ego's drive and your emotional needs. You become a critical mechanism for personal growth and development. I don't know, that was kind of broad. I ain't feel that.
Yeah.
I didn't feel that. Like, you gotta go through these. You have to go through these.
Yeah.
You have to go through them. But
it makes sense, but a lot of them you kind of deal with as you're going on your journey anyway.
Right.
Actually.
So then this goes into the effects of it. You know what I'm saying? And like, you just have to read up on them and go deep into it. Like, they got some good stuff on here. So I'm gonna do one more for you. What's your next demon? What is your next quincunx, square, or opposition?
Moon square Saturn, I think.
Moon square Saturn.
Moon quincunx Uranus.
Oh, moon quincunx. Well, what was that Saturn one? I want to do the Saturn one.
Moon square Saturn.
Oh wow, that is a deep one.
Yeah.
Moon square Saturn. That means that you're gonna be going through a lot of emotional traumas in your life, dude. It seems like you have a lot of moon aspects. And you're here to feel, and the feelings make you know. Feeling is knowing. Always know that.
Yeah.
Right? And so, it seems like, there's a lot of restrictions on your emotions and stuff like that. Because, here it goes, right here. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
It says limitations and restrictions may occur on opportunities and experience, often created by unresolved emotional patterns. The source of these may be sentimental attachments to the past, to memories, to experiences, to earlier relationships. You find it difficult to break free from the past. So are you someone that lives in the past a lot?
No, but like let's say something happens. If it's something that emotional, sometimes you don't always completely deal with it. It's like
right. It says that. It says that. It says right here, in previous experience will influence present choices. Right. It says in previous experiences will influence present choices and attitudes. You may have grown up with a negative self-image, one which lessens self-confidence and also shapes restrictive worldviews. How accurate is that?
More or less.
That's one point. Yeah, it says this may come from unsettling and disturbing childhood experiences. Perhaps you put up a protective barrier to defend vulnerable feelings from damage.
Yeah.
You may have believed you were not loved by your parents. You may believe that you were not loved by your parents, or you were left with just one parent through separation, or divorce, or death. Issues of emotional dependence may have grown, and a mother or father complex formed, making it difficult to cut the parental umbilical cord, when you became an adult. So, you felt like you were unloved, and you're still attached to maybe attracting women that come off like your mother. It says you tend toward pessimistic attitudes linked to reduced physical vitality, emotional moodiness, melancholy, dissatisfaction, and depression. Lacking self-confidence, perhaps seeing the world as a harsh, loveless place. You may feel bitter and cynical. Perhaps isolation from relationship, intimacy, family ties bind you. Yeah, this can bring on depression. This could suggest that you are older than most when you leave home. So you have an old soul. Like, a lot of things don't move you. You can be melancholy, you know what I'm saying, at times.
But everything that happened to me was all...
Yeah, it says your family life may turn into an imprisoning environment in some way. Did you feel like you was in prison growing up? Like it was an imprisoning environment, even though you might have had everything there, maybe you felt like you was in a prison?
A little bit, but not particularly. But I think now, like the state of awareness that I have now, I don't really ponder on it too much. I healed myself. But all of this trauma, all of these stuff that could possibly be an issue, it was all like catalysts to my awakening. So very blessed.
It says you maintain tensions and frustrations by refusing to release behavior patterns formed during childhood and within the parental relationships. So have you got over the relationship with your mom and dad and maybe your family members or anything like that? You recently got over that, so you broke the pattern.
Yeah. But it was hard. It was tough.
That was a big demon in your life.
Yeah, big one.
It says it is your choice if you wish to continue living in your life, but it is not inevitable. So this is something that can be broken. I think you just said you did. Limitations are only imaginary perimeters, right? Which we draw around ourselves as a barrier. They can be erased and expanded. So your creativity is blocked by your emotional suppression. So I would imagine maybe once you did that, you unlock some creative ability in yourself. Mm-hmm. Maybe you do music, maybe you do art. I don't know what you do.
Yeah, I do martial arts.
Martial arts, okay. So yeah, that became better once you faced. I think martial arts made you face that.
Mhm. That's why it was like everything was part of the plan.
But yeah, man. Like I said, If you study these, you can read all the websites, these websites. These people were kind
It's
enough.
interesting. I appreciate you.
Right.
Thank you.
Right.
Because that's given me it's important to know yourself, obviously. So.
Right.
I'm
so
gonna
know thyself, knowledge yourself. Once you understand yourself completely, you can become the master of yourself. When you become the master of yourself, you become the master of this program, because this program is a reflection of your response to it. Right? If you master your response, you've mastered reality. You become a god. You know what I'm saying? That's the key to life, and understanding the details and the mechanics of your soul is the key of unlocking the kingdom of God within you. You see what I'm saying? So knowing thyself is the key. And I'm glad I can help. I'm glad I can help you, bro. And thank you for calling in, man. I know you about to dive deep now. I know you about to go in. You probably like, yeah, I'm about to go. I'm about to go into all these aspects. This is like something new. You like, oh, I'm about to go Google crazy on these aspects. But, but it's good to connect with you. Thanks for calling in.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
I love myself.
I love myself.
Peace. All right, let's get the next person up in here so that we can help you with your aspects. And this is the key to the kingdom right here, what we doing, knowledge of self. This is what it's all about.
Hello.
Nothing matters. Peace, God. Hey, how you doing?
Reflection.
Peace, reflection. So you got do you have your major aspects?
Okay, I have it pulled up in front of me. I don't really know how to read it, but I figured you could help me out.
All right, cool. So you have what is called your major aspects in front of you.
I'm gonna show you. Hold on.
Oh yeah, just show me what you got. Show me what we got. I'm gonna show you your demons.
So that's my chart right there.
You have your major aspects. Do you have your major aspects?
Okay, right here.
What is the major aspects? Read them off to me, please.
It's right there.
Remember your demons are your square aspects, your oppositions, and quincunx. So what's the first square, opposition, or quincunx you see?
It's a Sun, Square, Pluto.
Okay, so oh wow, Eliana has that. I just was talking about that. You remember?
Yeah, I just tuned in not too long ago. I didn't really see much of what you were talking about.
Yes, Sun Square Pluto. I'm going to read some of Sun Square Pluto. Now, what you would do is you would Google Sun Square Pluto, and you would pull up the websites on that. And sometimes you can even go to YouTube and look up some stuff too. Right? Now, look. Now, this is what I got. This says, blow up and break down. Sun Square Pluto, the energy and challenges indicated by this square can be difficult to deal with, as the unintegrated negative tendency of Pluto can be fully present. Platonic energy, allowing you to redirect it toward more positive channels which are associated with your solar path. However, you will have to remain aware of how you are expressing Pluto as a peculiar quality will still be vitalized and cannot be nullified. Only used in a wiser manner. The Pluto tendencies of ambition, force, power, domination, aggression, extremeness can also stimulate similar tendencies in an assertive sun. So, here we go. And will exist as a motivation. So it says you may experience considerable inner tension as a result of this challenging planetary relationship, often finding it difficult to break through barriers which appear to prohibit the attainment of your ambition. This is Pluto attempting to force you toward an inner transformation. So this is what it's saying is you get stuck in life, right? You're in this virtual world and you feel like you get but so far, and that there's some barrier that won't let you break through.
All the time.
Whether that's in relationships, jobs, whatever you're doing, this is your program. Your program is putting you in a position that makes you difficult, and it makes you feel like you can't break through these barriers, right? But it's saying here that this is Pluto attempting to force you toward an inner transformation, the need for which you will recognize whenever the pressures of frustrated intentions increase. So anytime you're getting aggravated, until you find it hard to live with and in some way blow up. So you are like a ticking time bomb. So you take pressure, and then before you know it, you get so frustrated, you just blow up, right? And the universe is doing this, the program is doing this to transform your soul. You cannot go to that negative space. You have to learn how to communicate through your emotions. When you get all hot and steamy, when you feel like there's barriers and shit's not going your way, you cannot just blow the fuck up. This is a demon.
Sorry, somebody called.
Right? It says you have to compromise and cooperate. So the universe is going to put you in situations where you got to deal with people you don't particularly like. And you got to put you in circumstances where you have to cooperate and compromise. But you don't want to. You want to run off and be by yourself. But the universe is trying to make you learn to communicate through. And this is your program. This is where your soul starts to become God. When you learn how to settle down and communicate and stop blowing the fuck up with that attitude and that temper tantrum and that fucking big party. Stop it, okay? It says, so compromising and cooperation are two lessons which need to be learned as soon as possible.
Yeah.
As well as more inner moderation. So I mean you need to control yourself more. Control yourself, okay? Once you achieve a balance between your being receptive to others and your dominating tendencies, because you have dominating tendencies, wanting them to submit to you for you to get your way, then you should find the quality of your relationships begin to improve in a creative and constructive manner. So you have to balance between listening to others and being compassionate and seeing what they're trying to say, seeing things from their point of view as well as yours, for you to transform as a soul. So that's what you're here to do. This is your program, right? And these are one of your demons that you have to face. It's like being in a video game. You're like trying to get to point A to point B, but you keep running into this.
Yo, I always say that. It's like I could be doing so good, like I'll be doing so good, and no matter like how good I'm doing, all of a sudden like there's always like a roadblock. I always say there's always a roadblock in the way, and it's like, damn, like why can't I just like?
Why can't shit just be easy? Because your soul is here to beat the game. You understand what I'm saying? This is codes. And what I'm trying to show you here is once you understand this, then you're not going to get so upset. You're going to be like, oh, shit. Okay. Let me take a deep breath and breathing. This is what you need to learn how to do. You need to learn how to breathe. Breathing is going to help you with that anger of yours, that frustration. You get so frustrated, you go from 0 to 100. And the thing is, you're a ticking time bomb. You're a ticking time bomb. You're like, you're cool up until a certain point, and shit is building. Bop, 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 bop. So by the time you get upset, you're like, people are like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, it's true. It's
you
true.
Go, boom, you know, you explode. Okay, so let's go to your next demon. That's one demon, right?
Okay.
And now that you know that demon, you can start to work on it. Remember your sun square Pluto. So now you can be like, oh, this is my sun square Pluto. You know what I mean? And like people are like, what? Like, yeah, it's my sun square Pluto. Chief was telling me about this. I can't do this, but I know what it is now. And now you see this, Eliana has the same thing, right? So now Eliana's working on herself. That's why she's not running. She'll get mad and get angry and blow the fuck up and go, you know, walk the fuck off, right? Like you experienced. But because she knows what's going on, she comes back to work on herself. And people are thinking that I'm mind controlling her. No, she just knows her program and she knows what's going on. Maybe you watched Eliana and seen yourself in her because that's how you are. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women out here have that aspect, and this is that demon. That demon, that's a demon. So what's your next aspect?
Okay, so you said square, right?
It could be a square, it could be opposition, or quincunx.
Okay, so opposition is sun, and it says Lilith. I don't know what that means.
So we're gonna lay off the Lilith. Next one. What next one you see?
Okay, it says moon, opposition, Mercury.
Okay, so what that means, I'm gonna tell you what that means. When the moon is oppositioning Mercury, that means your moon, whatever your moon sign. Let's say your moon. What is your moon sign?
Aquarius.
That means that your Mercury is Leo.
I know my sun is Leo. My Mercury, it says.
Your sun is Leo, and your Mercury. Your Mercury is Leo. Your moon
my Mercury is Leo.
Your moon is Aquarius, and your Mercury is Leo, right? Okay, that's why it's opposition. Wait, you sure it says moon opposition Mercury?
Yeah.
Okay. Because moon is in Aquarius and Mercury has to be in Leo because moon is Aquarius is Leo is the opposite of Aquarius. Okay? So it's gonna opposition. And so when you look up the relationship between Aquarius and Leo, you're gonna see that there's conflict here, right? So Mercury represents how you communicate and how you articulate and process things. Moon represents how you feel, your subconscious, on a subconscious level without you thinking. So there is this hard relationship with how you feel and how you think, right? There's this opposite relationship with how you're trying to articulate what you're feeling. And so you find it frustrating to sometimes, once you get emotional, express those emotions. And it's so, you find it hard to find the words to articulate it.
I'm going to show you rather than tell you type of person.
Right. So you get frustrated, and that's part of your challenge as far as the sun's square Pluto, right? Is to learn how to calm down, breathe, and communicate through the situation. But your problem is your head pops the fuck off. Because once you get emotional, right? Once you get emotional, guess what happens? All your logic goes out the door. You were thinking clear until you got emotional. So now
I'm getting better at that, though. I'm getting better at that. Like when you,
I'm gonna tell you what's gonna help you. Your moon is in Aquarius. This moon is in Aquarius, so it cuts it off. Mercury's in Leo, so Mercury likes to tell it like it is. You like to tell it the way it is. But once you're emotional, you lose the words, and then you get really frustrated with your own self because you can't even fucking explain what you feel. You see what I'm saying? But you said you're getting better with it. I'm gonna read this aspect to you. That was just my reading. I'm gonna read the aspects online.
Okay.
Okay, so here it goes. It says that they call in this one, right, this aspect, where to go and why, right? With this opposition, friction between Moon and Mercury results in emotions, instincts, and feelings pulling in one direction, and rationality, logic, conscious mind moving in the opposite direction. So your feelings and what you need to do is going in different directions, right? This inner disharmony is then reflected through projection onto the external world. What I tell you, right? So now, oh shit! So this is a projection. It's literally saying this inner disharmony, right, from your DNA, right, is then reflected through projection onto your external world, influencing your relationships. While this inner division remains unresolved, relationship conflicts will persist. So basically, you attract confused ass niggas. Like the niggas that you attract got their lives are so complex. You feel what I'm saying?
Who you telling? Right.
Yo, these dudes that you attracting are confused because this is a reflection of what's going on with your moon Mercury.
Okay.
It says
interesting.
It says right here, decision making can prove difficult, right?
Yep, indecisive as fuck.
Right, and you may rely on others deciding for you. It says, as you cannot determine which path to follow, whether to choose instincts, emotion, or rationality. Inner unity, when both messages coincide, is a rare experience for you, right? So this situation can scufflety actions and choices, distorting perceptions and judgment. Confusion often results with regular changes of your mind and of your heart, which disturbs and disrupts relationships. So you watching me, you probably went through a lot of shit. You probably like me, don't like me, fuck me.
I be like, yo, he crazy, but I fuck with him though. I fuck with him.
Sometimes attempting to break through an impasse may force you to act impulsive and instinctively with variable results. So your mind is confused. Like you know a logic, but your emotions, you feel something totally different, and you're always going with the emotion and instinct rather than the logic. And you're rarely in one sync with your logic and emotion. So you can be someone that has a lot of turmoil within themselves and can be looked at as crazy. At your worst. When you get a relationship, man, shit can get real crazy for you. So what you need is somebody that's very stable-minded that can help you make good decisions. So you just need a stable man in your life that can teach you and help you, because if not, you could easily be looked at as a schizophrenic or fucking emotionally disturbed. Somebody can easily say that you belong in a psych ward.
That's why I call my man OG. He my OG.
Right.
Yep.
You could be insensitive and offensive to others, unaware of lack of tact. So you lack tact sometimes. The way you come at things could be like, whoa, like insensitive.
Okay.
You got a little mouth on you. So this is a demon right here. This is a demon, yo. Right? So you gotta watch out for this. Read up on this, man. Read up on moon, what is this? Moon opposition Mercury.
Alright, I'm gonna write that down.
Right, so you gotta Google these things, right? We're gonna do one more for you.
Okay.
We already see that's a demon right there. That can cause you to trip the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? And so what you experiencing with me is me dealing with demons, with other people's demons, with my demons, which can be other people, like people in my life or people in your life. What you're experiencing is yourself, even in another person, right? You're experiencing some aspect of yourself, and there's many aspects, major aspects of you. So what's the next one you see?
Opposition. It says.
Doesn't matter if it's a split. You have a quincunx. Do you see any quincunx?
Quincunx. No.
How about a square? Give me another square.
Venus square Mars.
Oh wow.
Venus versus
Girl,
Mars.
got some shit with you.
Tell me about it.
And it'd be the most baddest. You know what? I think that the most prettiest people in the world got the most fucked up charts, because your beauty actually makes it goddamn easy to deal with you. Because I think that the universe does it like that.
All the time.
I think the universe does it like that, right?
Oh no.
Now they're calling you the lover. This is the lover.
Okay.
Right?
Venus versus Mars.
Right, exactly. Okay, so I'm gonna read this one from Cafe Astrology to make it short and sweet, because they got many websites you can read this from. Okay, when Venus is squaring or opposition Mars, whether it is an infatuation, or a full-blown love affair, relationships get these people out of bed in the morning. They are passionate people, right, who seem to need an active, romantic, and sexual life to drive them. Often, this area of life is somewhat challenging, especially in youth. As much as they want to be involved in a passionate affair, their timing can be off, or it's difficult for them to find a relationship that mirrors the strong desires and expectations they have. Especially when they're young. There can be a real awkwardness in their social skills. This may or may not be apparent to others, but these people most definitely feel it in themselves, right? These people are highly creative and generally are driven by expression of creativity. Their passion for romance is often channeled into creative output. So basically, you could be a songwriter, you could be you could do art.
I do a lot of art. I'm a painter.
Okay, so you use that sexual energy, that romantic energy. You like R&B. You're an R&B chick.
Yes.
For example, challenges in relationships may be a large part of the drive behind their poetry, music, so you're one of those people that take the things that they're going through in life and then put it into an art form. You know what I'm saying? And you're in love with love. Love and hate are very much mixed together for people with Venus square or opposition Mars in their birth chart. They are prone to love-hate relationships with others. So yeah, you get into some love-hate shit, you get into some passionate shit, likely because their passions are such, the old saying, there's a thin line between love and hate. Reads especially true with y'all. So you can love somebody and then hate them with the same velocity that you love them with. Okay? Some level of competitiveness, anger, frustration, or against is present in a romantic relationship. Do you challenge each other? Do you what do you think?
With who?
It says that abuse is present. So you get into fights in your relationship.
Oh, yeah.
Either in the form of receiving or giving. Either you be beating niggas' asses or you be fucking with niggas that be beating your ass. So,
yeah.
It says you are quick to anger. You are quick to anger. They are generally just as quick to forget about it. So you get angry fast, and then you forget about it fast, making you seem like a straight nut. But let me tell you something about these women that are acting like you, right? Y'all got the best pussy. Oh my God. I don't know, it's because y'all switch emotions so much, but y'all got the best pussy on the planet. Crazy bitch got the best sex. It's the craziest bitch shit ever. Like, I don't know if it's just an emotional switch out, but yeah, man.
Damn.
Y'all got the best loving. And it's sad because you don't want to deal with these bitches because they fucking crazy, but it's like, fuck. It's good as fuck.
Oh my God.
You know, so it says that you're quick to
I'm working on it though. I'm working on it.
It says they are quick to anger. Are you thyself? Because once you know thyself, you gonna be like, damn, yo, she put me on my shit. So now you can see why you doing it. You gonna be like, damn, my moon Mercury aspect is coming in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So.
Thank you.
Hey, it was good. Thanks for calling in and letting me allow to show the world how accurate this stuff is.
For real, thank you. Stop saying Chief crazy, cause he crazy, but he cool.
Exactly. They don't know nothing about us.
They don't know about us. That's right.
All right, I love myself.
Love myself.
Peace, God.